Just got into the Manson this afternoon. It's about 3 o'clock now. Got dropped off by Chris about an hour ago. We're here for 4 days, 3 nights. We'll go out for a little look this afternoon. The weather is primo and the forecast is looking pretty good for the next couple of days. So we'll get up around top of Mount Manson and then just be on Cop tomorrow, have a bit of a nosy, some blasting for the morning. Maybe poke our nose into the bush in midday and then get ready for the afternoon, for the evening. But yeah, no, it's just good to be back in here. Haven't been here for ages. Just got from Spion Cop. It's about 8:30. It's pretty crappy this morning. Windy, yeah, it's cloudy right in, but it's starting to fight up now. The sun's coming out. But that wind's still blowing a bit. Water's pretty much kick up here for the day. Glassing all these guts. Bush edges. If that sun just keeps coming out, I just need that one to drop off a bit, eh? You coming over, mate? Yeah. Oh, careful. Hey? Yes. Yeah, that's nice, that face over there, though, eh? Scotty's just found a hind, Sika hind, bedded down. It's on a pretty sweet angle. And it's quite far, sorry. Well, whenever you're ready, just tell us when you're going to go. Squeeze it off. Yep. Smoked it. Pretty mean shot straight across that gully. It was about turning, what was it, 260 or something? 264. Just smoked it, so that was mean. So we're going to go down. It's a very steep climb down to there. We'll go over and cut it up, bone it out. What's the time now? 2:15? 10 past 2, so it probably takes an hour and a bit to get back there and back, but sweet, mean. Just heading up, pick up that deer. It's pretty sweet getting down that side actually, heaps better than we thought. And it's quite nice and open down in the creek. We just come down and picked up Scotty's deer, sweet little Sika yearling. Pulled off the main shot from way up from that knob where our mate is. I think you see him, mate. Good stuff, mate. Good shot. How'd you find the gun, mate? Oh. Did the job? Awesome. Done the job. Right, we're just making our way out. It's been a pretty sweet day, pretty cruisy. Picked up a deer. Some nice country. What do we see? 3, you reckon? Definitely 2, possibly 3. And Scotty got the yearling, so that was pretty mint. Overcast, foggy day today, but still go for a bit of a nudge. Gonna head over to that ridge over there. Bit of an average day today. Sort of thought it was going to clear earlier on, but I don't think it's going to. I'll still do that nudge through the bush and have a poke through there. It looks really nice. I just want to try and get down into that red beach, which is down a bit lower. Hoping that sun will bust through at some stage, but even if it's creeping for the next 3 hours and gets fine this afternoon, we might be into it. Sort of in position now, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, time for a feed. Got these Radix Nutrition meals. Having a bit of try out of those. This is the what is this one? Apple and cinnamon breakfast, and I had a little quick taste, and it's pretty delicious. So I'll give this a bit of a thrash. Just give it a few more minutes and get it nice and soft. I'm pretty hungry, so I might be another minute. See what happens. The wind's dropped right off, which is mint. Keen to check out that beach. You know, the mountain beach comes down and it drops down into the red beach. And the Sika liking that because they just hoover up all that red beach windfall. Just snuck off into the bush. Wind's dropped right off. Birds are chirping. Cloud looks sort of lifted a little bit. Beautiful country. You know, I'm just going to sneak through here. The wind's turned already. It's starting to blow from the east a bit more. So that's good for me for stalking. So we're going to do that mission down to that point. So I've just got into the, I've come along the end of that ridge and I'm up on the end of it basically. It's like it goes up to a little high point and there's a little spot not far from the hut that comes off the track, and then you go down the ridge and then it looks over into some nice little bush blocks, bits of bush with clay pans and stuff, and it might be a nice little afternoon, just that last hour of light, and then I can get the boys and we can all go together. Oh, it's been such a nice stalk for the sort of last hour and a half, just cruising along. Good bit of sign around. Seemed to be more sign actually up towards the bush edge, to be honest, along here, but there's not a lot of tucker along this ridge, to be quite honest. Got it ducked down off the side. When me and Scotty went through and picked up that deer yesterday, there was heaps of sign on the creek. There were definitely a few animals lingering a little bit lower, but in saying that, you know, that deer that we shot, that was up at about 1300, and there was like, we saw Scotty saw one, we saw what he thought was one, and then he picked up on that yearling and shot that, and then another one ran off that I saw, and a little bit later Scotty saw another one running in a different direction, opposite from where I saw that one. So we think it was three. There's definitely two, possibly three, but I mean they would have fed out. I'd say if we'd left them for that afternoon, they would have fed out into the tops, into that open area. So that's pretty much, you know, 1300, 1400 metres elevation, another one. So they're up there. It's just the weather, you know, we had a good weather window yesterday afternoon and those deer will pop out. They don't all bug off down into the bush all the time. You know, but for a deer to drop down right down into the creek and then come up for the afternoon, that's nothing for them. They'll do it easy peasy. Anyway, the window's picking up. I'm going to have something to eat and a coffee, and then I'm going to head off, make my way slowly down this nice ridge, leading ridge, and then scarp up the other side. Sweet. Pretty nice down in here. Lots of sign. Nice creek running through it. Seems to be a little bit more open down here. So straight across there's O2, and the track pretty much comes down. Oh, I think we see those two patches of snow off to the left. You keep wandering around there, and the track pretty much drops straight down through all that manuka and stuff. And then O2 huts up and around to the right. Last morning of the hunt, we're just going to go for a little sneak along one of these ridges around the back of it. Fucking go, eh? Main trip. I'd like to see a few more deer, but that's that. So just waiting for Chris to head in now. It's about what, 20 minutes? So it's time now? Quarter to 12. He's picking us up at midday. Been a pretty sweet hunt. First time for Scotty and Sam in here, just into the Manson anyway. And so we had pretty good trip. Scotty picked up a Sika yearling with a pretty sweet shot for one of the GRC's rifles. Weather was pretty good. Yeah, overall pretty good trip. Cheers.